I left New Mexico last week in search of warmer weather, and, well, I guess it's safe to say that I got what I wanted. The week that I spent in these canyons, I got to experience my first 80-degree days of 2022, and I spent them outside, mostly in the shade and in the water, when I wasn't hiding out from the occasional windstorm. The portion of southeast Utah that I ended up in this week, it's one of those places that I probably never would have known about if I weren't living in a van full-time, and that I guess is what I find myself appreciating about full-time road life lately, the opportunity to fully make homes out of places that would otherwise in any other lifestyle just be a pit stop, a gas stop, a hold on mom, I gotta pee stop on the way to or from the national parks in the area. And boy did I make this area my home this week. I love you. You better stay here by it's cold. Come in bed. Want to come with me? Good morning, or something. Welcome to my ridiculously magical site. I always find that when I'm the happiest in any given moment, the footage that I end up taking throughout the week makes no sense. It all just ends up being a jumble of happy, excited moments with no clear storyline, no real reason for pressing record except to attempt to convey the feeling of being on cloud nine that always feels impossible to put into words. Maybe one day I'll try to put that feeling into words, but today I'm gonna just let these random moments speak for themselves. I'm so done editing right now. I've been editing for like the last 4 or 5 hours. And now it's time for breakfast. I journaled this morning about something very special. Do I even want to open this can of worms? I got into this lifestyle as a gap year. Like, this was supposed to be a gap. It was actually supposed to be only a gap semester, and then it turned into a gap year, and now this is my life. But it started out as a gap year so that I could figure out like what I wanted out of life, because I frankly didn't know, and I feel like something clicked for me on the drive yesterday. I feel like I have a pretty solid idea of where I kind of want to be in 5 years. It includes doing YouTube, but there is a part of my future that I know is going to lie in another career at some point. Like, I just have realized that there is something in me that wants to do something that I'm not going to talk about right now. It's just cool to see that time away from school actually helped, and it actually like cemented my interest in my hobbies, and to be able to like learn about myself enough to be able to make decisions that I know will be in the best interest of my mental health long term. Like, it's just so special. Lunch. Hi. Hi, baby, you and me. So I was on a walk yesterday. I was walking down the road, and I noticed that there was a little trail coming down to the river, about like a 1/4 mile past my little private beach. I thought that my little secret beach was perfect, and it is perfect, but this one, it's a little more picturesque. Hey, Bob. Oh, you can't come swimming with me, okay? You gotta stay. So this spot, this is the road that I was staying on, and on this road there are like maybe a dozen spots to camp. The popular sites were down towards this end, and the less popular, less level sites were up here. I had this site, and my trail to the river was really overgrown. I loved it because it gave me peace of mind knowing that nobody had walked to my little private beach in a long time, but at the same time it was definitely a chore to get to and from the river. So on my 4th day in the area, I decided to halfway clear my trail, not enough to make it look any different, but enough to be able to walk through the path without branches scraping my skin. Oh, hello, bugs. You've never been outside more than you have these last 2 days, eh? You're the best dog that I could ever ask for, you know that? I've officially been at this campsite for a whole week. I've loved my time here. I had a few hard days, just kind of freaking out about life. I don't know, something about this place made me recognize that there is power in staying put and in creating depth in one place as opposed to moving all the time. And my lifestyle is full of moving parts, so it kind of threw me into a little bit of a, wait, what? Now I have things to think about. Not too far away, there is a plot of BLM land that everybody in my life is telling me that I need to go stay at. So I'm gonna go stay there for a couple of days before I continue to head north. You ready to leave this wonderful gosh dang campsite? I don't know if I'm ready. Now I'm getting emotional. For a long time I tried and pretty much failed to exclusively camp in places like these, places so breathtakingly beautiful that sunsets bring tears to your eyes. But it's almost weird now how numb I've become to the sheer beauty that is pretty much constantly right outside my front door. It's a pretty normal thing that happens, I think. Seems like after enough time passes living this lifestyle, the gorgeous views start to move you less and less, and there's this weird shift that eventually happens that ends with, well, for me it ended in me realizing that it's no longer the views that move me, it's the people that I meet and the experiences that I get to have with my people that bring tears to my eyes. And it's sort of weird because although that is probably the summary of my life right now, since I don't usually like to film with friends, what typically ends up in these videos are all the moments that I find myself alone in these gorgeous places. And don't get me wrong, these moments are also a huge part of my life, but sometimes it feels inauthentic to only highlight and romanticize these moments when I know internally that 90% of the joy that I'm feeling, it's not because of the beautiful places that I find myself in, but instead the experiences that I'd been having with friends between filming days. And yeah, I don't really know what point I'm trying to make. I guess it's not really about making a point, it's more about giving the full picture. And the full picture is that it was not about these views. The views are great, but... Boy. Well, I'm hungry. I went into town 3 or 4 days ago, and I went into town primarily to upload a video, but secondarily to get groceries. However, I did not know that the town of does not have a grocery store, so I'm down to oatmeal, beans, chickpeas, and if I'm lucky, I have 2 eggs left. I don't know if my fridge has ever been this barren. I think I might just make pancakes. My fingers are peeling. Smells bad. Good soup, except the soup is my life. Getting a smello. I gotta find the rice. Book? Oh no! I just got locked out, so that's good.